Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. I'm Captain JK. Today I'm going to talk about this. These days lots of people use airplanes on their trip and they take it for granted that pilots talk to ATC, air traffic controllers, all the time while flying. But I guess you may not notice that there's a standard tool for communication so that non-native pilots or controllers can communicate easily, making less misunderstandings. But does it mean we only use that standard phraseology during flight operations? Let's check it out.
Russia 1 Alpha Juliet Heavy, turn left heading 280, maintain.
Some of you might think that pilots will use plain English only when they're in distress or emergency conditions. But in reality, we pilots have to understand or be able to speak plain English in many occasions. Then, let's see what may happen if a pilot is not good at English. It goes without saying that the pilots may get involved in the accidents when there are misunderstandings in communications. So, let's put that aside. I've got some ATC conversation files here. I brought these files not to blame or make fun of them, but to see how some of the non-native pilots speak their English during flight operations. Conversation number 1.
Taxi right Papa, hold short November.
Right on Papa, hold short November. Engage fire from 1.
Thank you. Is your gate available?
That's Korean Air verified.
Okay, no, that's a question, sir. Hold short of November and contact the ramp.
It's not available, the big car. Please another taxi.
Yes. Taxi left November, left Alpha, hold short Victor.
Your message is understand, but restriction taxi for me not available big car.
Negative, sir. Your information is outdated. Proceed left November, left on Alpha, hold short of Victor.
In this file, pilots are in super big jet, Airbus A380, and they try to figure out if they could just proceed on the assigned taxiway. The problem was solved, but it was not as clear as it should have been. Conversation number 2.
Hey, that Japan Air may know it, but they've got fuel or something spilling out the outboard left wing there quite a bit.
Very good. Thank you very much.
Japan Air 7 Heavy Tower.
Japan Air 7, go ahead.
Japan Air 7 Heavy, the last departure, actually the aircraft that's sitting at the approach end of runway 22 right just reported a large amount of fuel that appears to be coming from your left wing. Japan Air 7 Heavy, we're going to send a fire engine truck out to your aircraft to make sure everything's okay, but it appears that there is fuel coming from your left wing.
Japan Air 7, you mean fuel leak from left wing?
Yes, Japan Air 7 Heavy, affirmative. There appears to be a fuel leak from your left wing.
Boston Tower, Japan Air 7, request back to ramp due to fuel leak.
Japan Air 7 Heavy, hold your position. We have fire trucks coming to you.
This is the case that the report from other traffic was provided to Japan Air. It wasn't too bad solving the problem, but there's still ambiguity and hesitance. Let's see conversation number 3.
Corona Air China Freight 1056.
Air China Freight 1056.
Air China Freight 1056. Can you arrange one clean the snow car and clean the end of the runway and the snow?
Air China Freight 1056, I am unable to. Please contact the Port Authority.
Okay, thank you. Air China Freight 1056 because heavy snow, it's hardest to taxi than
Air China Freight 1056, roger, contact the Port Authority.
Roger.
Here, a pilot in Air China was trying to request something to the air traffic controllers. This kind of requests from pilots are easily seen during flight operations. But as you just heard, they were struggling to communicate and it wasn't even clear, let alone smooth. Conversation number 4. This is one of the very famous ATC files. If you hit like Air China 981, you will have lots of videos about this happening. Let's take a look.
Air China 981, have they cleared you into the ramp?
Roger, ramp to the ramp Air China 981.
Okay, they have cleared you into the ramp. Air China 981, ground. Air China 981, Kennedy ground.
981, go ahead.
Have you been cleared into the ramp?
Okay, connect with the ramp.
No, that was a question. Have the ramp people cleared you into the gate?
Roger, to the gate, Air China 981.
I'll try it again. It's a question. Hold your position. This is a question. Interrogative. Have you been cleared into your gate?
Okay, well, hold here.
Okay, how about the question? Have they cleared you into the gate?
It must have been a very frustrating moment for that Chinese pilot. I totally understand this situation. I guess they must have heard what the controller first said, but it seemed that they didn't know what that meant. I mean, for non-native speakers, something like present perfect tense could make them confused or even hard to get it. And as you just heard that, during the whole conversation, the JFK controller just kept saying the same sentences, and even with anger later on. For non-native speakers, once they didn't understand something, no matter how many times you repeat the same thing afterwards, it makes no difference for them. It's a bit of a shame. In my personal opinion, the controller should have tried with a different one, like, did you get a clearance from ramp control to proceed your gate? This kind of sentence could be easier for non-native pilots to understand. But anyway, it is the fact that the pilots from non-English speaking countries are sometimes have trouble communicating with the native air traffic controllers. This is why I'm doing this on my channel, because I'm a pilot from Korea.